All right, let's solve the literal equations today. So we're going to be doing three topics: pressure, fluid pressure, and density. So let's start off with the definitions. Pressure is the force exerted per unit area on a surface measured in pascals. And the second definition for fluid pressure is that it's the pressure exerted by a fluid at any given point within the fluid due to its weight and motion. The third one is density, and its definition is that it's the mass of a substance per unit volume, and it is measured in of how much matter is packed into a given space. All right, so let's move on to actually solving equations. So we're gonna start off with pressure, which is our first topic, and in this topic, basically, the equation to solve pressure is to is pressure equals force divided by area. So in this case, we will be solving for the area, which is A. So the force, so this is a sample equation. So the force that we've been given is 500 newtons, and the pressure we've been given is 2,500 pascals. So we have a formula on the bottom left here, as you can see. It's area equals force divided by pascals, so we can get area. So we're gonna plug our numbers in. We're gonna do 500, which is the newtons, the force in newtons, and we're gonna divide that by 2,500, and that's the pressure in pascals. And once we solve that, we get 0.2 squared meters. All right, let's move on to the second equation, and the topic for this is fluid pressure. So the equation to find fluid pressure is fluid pressure, which is in PF, equals density, which is stated as P, times gravitational acceleration, which is G, and times depth, which is H. In this case, we'll be solving for the gravitational acceleration, which is G. So the fluid pressure for this sample question is 1,960 pascals. The density is 1,000 kilograms per meter squared. Cubed. And the depth is 0.2 meters. So on the bottom left, again, we can see a formula which is to find the gravitational acceleration, which we are solving for. So it's to find it. Basically, you have to divide fluid pressure by density times depth. So now we're going to be solving it on the right. So let's plug in the numbers. And 1,960 divided by 1,000 times 0.2 equals 1,960 divided by 200. So basically, for the first step, we multiplied the bottom part first. And then after that, we're going to go with the equation and we get 9.8 meters per second squared for our gravitational acceleration. All right, lastly, we're going to move on to the density topic. And the equation to find density is density, which is P, equals mass, which is P, divided by volume, which is B. So in this case, we'll be solving for the mass, M. And for our sample question, the density is going to be 800 kilograms every meter cubed. And the volume is going to be 2 meters cubed. And basically, again, I put the formula in the bottom left, which is to get mass, you need to multiply P by, which is density by volume. And so we plugged in the numbers. So 800 times 2 equals 1,600 kilograms, and that's our mass.